Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. We're here with Tim McCormick from Cultured Biologix. What do you got here?
It's Dr. Root.
Dr. Root? What do you do with it?
We grow roots with it. This is our
Sounds like a great idea.
This is our microbial rooting aid. We use this instead of synthetic rooting hormones. We use natural bacteria that release the rooting hormones, and we use natural plant extracts that stimulate root growth.
Okay. Because most rooting things are a synthetic type thing.
They're plant growth regulator, and they're synthetic compound. And a lot of these synthetic regulators are carcinogens and they're harmful to us. How can we call ourselves organic farmers if
at the very start of the process
you're not even using something organic?
Yeah.
So this is our answer to a natural cloning / rooting product.
Okay. So when would you use it?
I use it when I take my cuttings.
Okay.
I soak my cutting in it.
Okay.
When I take my plugs, I soak my plugs in it. That plant right into it and put them in dome and let them, grow roots.
Okay.
And then what I like to do is after you get a rooted cutting, you put it in the soil, you transplant it.
A little propagation tray kind of thing?
Yeah, you take it from the propagation tray.
Okay.
And then you put it inside its pot and you transplant it. And then you drench the Dr. Root over the substrate. It's not meant for cloners. It's meant for substrate for the root, the soil.
Okay.
So you want to drench the soil about 2 or 3 times, and that will cause a root mass to grow, and you get a really healthy root mass to start, taking up all the nutrients, all the nectar for the God's nutrients and whatnot in the soil.
Beautiful.
So
once you'd start feeding, you would be when you're in your propagation tray, you're still trying to get those little guys to pop up. Mostly just the water at that point.
Nope. Do
or
drenches.
you'd still be doing that.
I like every time the cutting. So you moisten the propagation plug.
Sure.
And then you put it in there, and if they get dry, I just do another little drench of Dr. Root in there to refresh all the active plant extracts, to refresh all the bacteria, and that will help generate the root and the plug quicker.
Okay, so every time I'm watering, I do it then when I'm in that propagation stage?
And when you're in that propagation stage, every time you water, just put a little Dr. Root in there.
Okay.
And then after you get from the propagation stage, you do once a week drenches with it once you transplant it.
Okay, and then would I go all the way through my process, or?
Just to early veg.
Just for early veg.
Just make sure the plant gets established in that pot. Then afterwards, you can cut it out, because it's redundant at that point. We don't want to be wasting money.
Okay. So then I'd be moving on to the other ones.
You move on to the other ones,
okay.
Exactly.
Well, let's. How does it work? Sure. How do you do it?
So it's all of our products are instant. You don't have to brew it. You don't have to cook it. You don't have to do anything to it. You just take the powder. It's 1 teaspoon a gallon. So you grab 1 teaspoon.
Right. And you put it in first into a dry bucket?
You put it in first into a dry bucket.
Okay.
And then what this does is when the water hits it, the water can spread it around and dissolve it all instead of putting it in the water and having to fight it and mix it.
Oh, absolutely. It gets clumped up.
Exactly. Put the powder in first.
It's like those little soup packets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so then we add the water to it.
I'm going to go get your stir stick because I think we left it over here.
Oh, paddle.
Look,
you don't have to mix it. There's no mixing.
Oh, I don't have to mix? I don't even need my stir stick?
Look, watch.
Holy moly. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to go.
That's good to go.
And then you just put the regular amount on it. So like this guy here though, he's pretty mature. Is it going to work on him too? Is it helpful to him?
It's helpful to him. It helps rejuvenate, revitalize too if they're stressed.
Okay, so
it's the doctor that keeps them healthy.
Let me ask you this. So I kind of messed up to water. I come back, they're all droopy. I know they got hurt. So that's to be a good time to use this as kind of rejuvenating kind of thing.
Yeah, de-stress and help revitalize the plant. And what I'd like to do for even bigger plants, you can even use more Dr. Root, like a tablespoon a gallon.
Okay.
For smaller plants, you can use a teaspoon a gallon, right? You don't want to use a lot in a little plant. It's just not needed.
Okay. So like say this guy, he's going to go into a bigger pot here pretty soon. Would that be a good time to do this again, even if I was in this stage?
So if you at transplants, right?
Yeah, okay.
You take them out of one pot and put them in the other.
Yeah.
That's when you use 1 tablespoon per gallon because you have a big root ball.
I
put it into the water. It's not really for dusting the roots. It's not really for putting it in the hole. You want to put like a Bigfoot. You want to put
some sort of mycorrhizal.
Some type of granular mycorrhizae in the pot. Then you put your plant in. Cover up a soil.
Okay.
And then do drenches of the Dr. Root.
I got you.
Because once or twice.
Like he's not too happy moving his roots around, and he's a little shocked there. But you put that stuff in there, helps him to get going again.
Oh yeah, reduces transplant stress.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, reduces shock.
Well, beautiful.
Yep.
Thanks for showing it to us.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, that's that.